Hello everybody, this is AwesomeTastious.gx and welcome back to more Hiveswap. In the last episode, we got to leave the room. That's it. That's all we did. We left the room. Which isn't a lot, but... So I should get my old weapon from the hall closet and then head up to the attic, right? Affirmative. Also refrain from excess chatter. Over. Oh, right. Yeah. Bye. Could alert monsters. Over. Yeah, I got it. I'm going. Bye. Can't be too careful in an espionage game, Joey. Silence Golden. Over. Jude, shut up. Remember, one time on training mission, couldn't keep my trap shut. Oh boy, really landed us in a pickle. Over. You've never had any training. I'm turning off my walkie. Bye. Over and click. Alright, I'm gonna turn the, let's see. I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn the game volume down. Hold on. It's a bit loud. Dun, 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 dun. That sounds better. Okay. Alright, so let's check some things out. Let's start over here. What's over here? Oh, this is this is to go upstairs. Okay, so we don't want to come over here yet then. Let's identify. Look. Is there anything on my door wall that I can examine? The door to your room. Heavily personalized, of course. Jude thinks he's the only one who can nerd up his door, but you showed him too can. And in fact, will play at that game. Huh. It's your mother's jewelry box, a priceless heirloom of immeasurable sentimental value. Also, there appear to be some of your brother's empty cans of Pringles. You give it a tap. Wow, look at it go. Wow, that was stimulating. It is a globe-like sculpture with an arrow that conveniently alerts you to the location of the ceiling. Ah, so that's where it is. Thank you, globe-like sculpture. Jude insisted that the terrified horse was being abducted. Your counter-argument completely schooled him. This painting now commemorates your triumph and a particularly spectacular Queen nativity. Okay. This thing's always giving you the creeps. But that didn't stop you from patching it up after Jude accidentally ripped it with an experimental foamless dart. It's the fucking summoner. It's just, oh my god. Let's go this way. Nah, that's not the way I want to go then. Let's go... Hold on. I want to look at this. From the first and last Dark Gun war with Jude, Belinda here provides great cover for those who refuse to use firearms, namely you. You tried to distract him with your tap dancing and then stick a dart on him. It didn't work at all. Look, this gun can shoot a stream of water up to 50 feet away. Too bad you don't use guns. So wait, what happens if I try to equip? You don't use guns. Okay. I guess that works. This lady was just hanging out in her altogether, which, you mean, who are you to judge? Except it made you slightly uncomfortable, so you churned her up a little. You feel kind of silly about it now, but whatever. You were like 8? Neat. Alright, so I guess no matter which way I go is just over here. Okay. let's come over. Oh, can I not? I want to interact with it. This lamp's not even plugged in, but there are at least 9 possible light sources in your immediate area, so it get lost in the typically well-illuminated shuffle. Look. It's the hallway closet. If memory serves, there's a box full of some old belongings of yours in here. You wonder if it has what you're looking for. Well, of course it does. Jude recommended you grab your strafe weapon from the hall closet and head up to the attic as quickly as you can. You're sticking with that plan for now. Dang, I can't go down. Is that fucking Lord English? Oh my god. Ah. You could scrounge some ammo, but you don't use guns, so you won't. He always keeps it locked, even if you did manage to get in. He probably has traps set up. Not worth trying to get gum out of your hair again. Plus, there'd be his pet to deal with. No thanks. This is the door to your neurotic dork of a brother's maximum security bedroom. He keeps it locked up tight because of all the silly conspiracy work he does in there. You sincerely doubt you'll be entering this room anytime soon, but really, why would you even want to? It's full of nerd-stinking goober crud. Not to mention, it's where his pet usually lurks. You love all animals, but just the same, that's one you'd rather let Jude deal with. You've always been a bit creeped out by the monster in the water. It feels like the eye is following you, but only sometimes. You're light bright. Hours of fun with the number of hours and the degree of fun dependent on the power of your imagination, which in your case means many hours and a lot of fun. It's back! What other icons can she make? Let's see. Oh, it's the Juju. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay. That's neat. Alright, well, time to get to what we came here for. You think back to when this closet door was shut. You had a reasonably good guess about what was inside, but now your guess is even more reasonable. The box probably has the stuff you need, but you can't reach. Wonder what your next step should be. Actually, your tap shoes might be the solution to this problem. If you could just get a good stomp going, you might be able to tumble that box right off the shelf. First, I'm going to attempt to search. You can't search the box while it's still up on that shelf. Search. You pick through the box and find your flashlight and an old pair of ballet slippers. These will come in handy. Oh hey, there's some pet treats in here too. You keep caches of these all over. Never know when you'll need a pet. You go ahead and try your flashlight. Click, click, no dice. Another battery problem? You open it up. Wait, there were no batteries in here at all. It's just a bunch of stupid pogs. Dang it, Jude. Found my old strafe weapon. Guess what? It's full of your stupid pogs. Crap, forgot about those. Please keep safe, over. No. No, I'm throwing them all away. Joey, please. Those are my favorites, over. I'm not really throwing them away, you nerd. What do you take me for? Thanks, over. So I guess I head up to the attic now? That is the plan, over. I better shake a leg then. Affirmative, over and out. Alright, so I guess we're going upstairs then, huh? A bunch of stuff that should be moved into the attic. There's some toys here that you don't play with that much anymore. Basically a pile of useless trash. You got this toy caterpillar so you could learn how to cure caterpillar diseases, but it turns out plush caterpillars don't get sick. Still pretty cute though. The caterpillar can't help you, and you can't help the caterpillar. Not a protected friendship, but at least nobody's being taken advantage of. You loathe to touch it and disturb whatever astronomically improbable equilibrium is at play. Best just leave it be. Oh shit! It's a slinky, and it's. You know what? That's a good point. I'm gonna just leave it be. Oh, more piles of trash. Look. On the rare occasion he is home, Pa can be heard bumping around up here while tending to his hoard of stupid antique trash. Or priceless artifacts, you mean? No, you don't. Open. It's locked, but you need to get in here as soon as you can. You peer through the keyhole. Weird. What the heck was that thing? And how long has it been there? Hey, the attic door is locked. Cripes, forgot about that. Technical blunder on my part. Over. It's fine, no big deal. Just left the safety of my room to be eaten by monsters in the hallway because my dorky brother sent me to the safety of the wrong side of a lock. It's not fine. Over. Jude. Panic not necessary. Still need to get you to attic. Over. For safety, right? Well, whatever. I'm trusting you, I guess. Appreciate that. Over. Although so far it hasn't really paid off. Joey, please, just need you to head to trophy room. Over. Oh, gross, I hate that place. Why does he even need a special trophy room when your whole house is just his dumping ground for whatever garbage he picks up on his stupid adventures? We'll find key to attic there. Mysterious whims of absent father not relevant. Over. Fine. Over and out. So head to the trophy room. Affirmative. Over. Got it. Over and out. Okay, it was telling me there was a notification, so I exit. So where is the trophy room? Is it this way? Let's see, what can I click on? Some great photos and portraits of your mostly great family. You just had to take a closer look. Ooh la la, their mom is looking très glamnifique. When you grow up, you hope that is what mirrors will look like. You and your very good dog. Aww. There aren't any pictures of the three of you together, so you tried to make one, though the art of composition, through the art of composition, by hanging these three solo photos together, it's kind of like there's a photo of all three of you, sorta. A lovely diptych of school portraits. The laser background, that bad hair days, simply perfection. Haha, Jude put his dip in his diptych. Puts the dip in diptych. You mutter to yourself, such an unreal burn on the unsuspecting chump, but he probably wouldn't even get it. Come to think of it, maybe neither do you. You and Jude have a lot of fun memories with your babysitter. By now, probably more than with Mom and Pa combined. You'd always thought of her as the kind of cool and fun older kid you wanted to be until you got old enough to realize she's a pretty sucky role model. You wonder what her family's like, but it's probably not your place to ask. That is fucking Roxy! And Dad is Egbert. Oh my god. Mom is the picture of grace and radiance, and Pa is just Pa. Seriously, has he ever changed his look? Sometimes you wonder if he was born with spectacles and mustache, or at least one of the two. Pa used to be great with animals. You wonder what happened. Maybe a betrayal? No, impossible. Look how good that dog is. That dog had never betrayed anybody in his entire life. You would stake your entire reputation on it. The whole thing. You can't even look at this picture. You deplore cruelty to animals. One of the many ways you and your father never saw eye to eye. Hmm. This guy, what's he so happy about? Anyway, his expression probably made more sense in its original context. That is to say, whatever tomb or temple or whatever that your pa plundered him from. Ah, yes. Well, seems the power is out. That should make the trophy room quite the adventure, which is to say, not quite the adventure you wish you were having right now. Well, it seems the power is out. Classic psyops over. What? Credit where it's due. Best way to destabilize countermeasures. Leave you in the dark. Literally. Over. Not literally. It's still like late afternoon. I can see fine. Should have no trouble getting to trophy room then. Over. Fine then, Mr. Mission Control. Yes, great. Over and out. Let's see, what can I interact with in here? This bookshelf contains several of Pa's books, including Pistols to Pelts, How to Turn Sweet, Intelligent Animals into Weird Rugs and Stuff, Teach Yourself Taxidermy, I guess, and safari stories of bold men and the animals they killed from a distance even though they weren't hungry and did not intend to eat them. That's... A beanbag chair, super comfy and thankfully not filled with real beans. You could take a nap, but you've kind of got a lot of going on right now, you know? Look, a piano can be used to turn the slight motion of one's fingers into music. Those in ivories, how they beg to be tickled. But you mustn't. Also, you can't. Oh. Oh, that would be just the thing, wouldn't it? Some kind of eerie, lonely sort of sonata to really set the tone for the adventure ahead. Something in a minor key, maybe. It's a shame that you would probably provoke a bunch of monsters to eat you. Also, you can't really play the piano. This piece was too depressing, so you gave it a nice refinishing. If your pa has a problem with it, he's welcome to say so the next time he's actually around. You wonder if he'll be driving by then to college, where you teach because you are an adult and 20 years have passed. Right, I'm gonna go over this way first. I have things to inspect. The ladies in these paintings are eerily beautiful, although maybe everyone would look like that. The lamp goddess, you'd like to meet the lady who modeled for it someday. Okay, maybe it's no. The dad is Jake. Okay, there's a lot of shit to explore. Holy crap. Okay. So we're gonna come back over here. We're gonna... Boy, your pa really gets inventive with his taxidermy, huh? What a ghoul. The Teddy Bear Outpatient Clinic is for stuffed animals who require treatment, but not an overnight stay. It's not just for stuffed bears, of course. It was named for its founder and chief physician, Ursula Teddy Bear. You've always enjoyed this painting, particularly because the line looks so alive. Whoever painted it must have a very good imagination. Either that, or they painted it very, very fast. This lamp makes you blush brighter than the lamp itself. Let's go this way. These used to be stacked neatly on the shelves, but your big dog came clambering through and slammed right into them. They tumbled everywhere. That was about 3 years ago. You aren't great housekeepers. Can I come over this way? Okay, so this takes me back over here. So I guess I can explore the kitchen a little bit, since that's a direction I can go. Let's start over here. The power is off, and as such, your fax machine is basically useless. This is an unacceptable state of affairs. You visualize all the delicious items that could be in the cool embrace of the refrigerator, but are not. It's empty. Food shopping has become sporadic of late. Turns out tipsy babysitters are fairly bad at responsibilities. Look, you're not saying you never have home meals. Your babysitter's a pretty good chef, even. It's just, well, none of you like doing dishes, and the nice thing about takeout is you can just eat it right out of the boxes and throw the boxes away. Of course, none of you really like taking out the trash, either. This mummy is currently blocking your access to the rest of the house. He has been ever since your pa left him here months ago. With the power out, you're going to need some kind of light source before setting foot down this broken neck trap. Yeah, not a lot of chance you'll be able to move Pharaoh and Napoleon over here. The tube highway that Jude's pet uses to get around the house. You haven't seen it tonight, fortunately. Oh, it's a hamster. A shaker full of seasoned all magic spice mix. Your babysitter is a terrible cook, but she dumps this stuff all over everything, and it actually tastes pretty good. Maybe it really is magic. Magic spice mix. Of course, everyone knows there's no such thing as magic. It's all faked with chemicals and stuff. Still, these chemicals are delicious. There are monsters out there working up an appetite. With all those monsters out there, you think you'll leave it shut. Also, you don't actually know how to open this window short of breaking it. You're even out of dog food? Things really have gotten desperate. You guess you can't blame your babysitter for running off to the store for groceries at what was retrospectively the worst possible time. The sound you've heard since you entered the kitchen grows louder as you approach. The awful static is like nothing you've ever heard, and you want to go back to not hearing it as soon as possible. You turn the radio off. It's off, and it'll stay that way. That's the tuner. It's for tuning the radio. Yep, by golly. You've cranked it all the way down to try to stop that awful noise. You crank it a little harder, and oops, you might have broken it. Actually, you're okay with that. The radio is clearly, although weirdly, functional, despite not being plugged in. You might be onto something here. You open the battery compartment. Oh, good. If this radio didn't need batteries to make those noises, you'd have to upgrade to the Spookitude to business class Spookitude, and frankly, you can't afford that. Check out D cells. You can never have too many batteries, and never in too many different sizes either. Another electric device successfully powered through clever manipulation of resources in your menu bar. You are on fire. With your flashlight fully functional and in fit fighting form, you feel significantly better equipped to handle most low-light environments, and also to beat the bejesus out of any of these creeps that get too close. Although that's a last resort, of course. You really don't want to go out there right now, tempting though it is to go rake more leaves. The struggle of the monster-bothered leaf pile enthusiast. You keep meaning to start a Zine. Your sweet loyal dog loves to flap. Jude used to like it too when he was younger. He still likes it. The backyard used to be so much more awesome before the monster showed up. It's a machine this guy designed to take your clothes and wash them. You call it a washing machine. It serves its purpose admirably on the rare occasion of a human being is willing to cooperate. All neat and folded. Just kidding. This is obviously dirty. A souvenir from... Hold on. I want to kind of start over here. Your pa brought this home as a souvenir. There's nobody inside it. It's kind of like a metaphor, you guess. And you're not sure you want to start down the road of analyzing your life as if it were a work of fiction. Souvenir from your pa after his trip to Hawaii. He's been exploring the Pacific a lot lately, for some reason, or so he mentioned offhandedly a few years ago. You assume he's still doing that due to you not having any fresher data, or particularly caring one way or another where the hell he is. Pod loves his Blue Lady's portraits so much. He keeps redundant backups scattered around because it's okay if you ignore something supposedly precious to you as long as you're paying attention to something kind of similar in another location, right? You decide not to pull out that psychological thread because you have important work to do, and who needs that crappy old blowhard anyway? Your babysitter sometimes cracks into your pa's special reserve, and she tends to do it down here so you and Jude don't see. You aren't really sure what to say about it, or if you even have any business saying anything about it at all. With your pa's strange affinity towards the Betty Crocker brand, ever apparent, this musty old junk mainly consists of all sorts of cooking implements ranging from the familiar to the enigmatic. Really now, you can tell what a whisk is for, but some of this stuff looks downright unethical. It's also in your way. You can't reach the circuit breaker. Try to move one box and the whole pile is liable to come tumbling down on you. You need to find some way to get them all moving at once. Shake them up somehow. A controlled tumble. That's the ticket. Forgotten skiing stuff. No basement is complete without it. In your extremely limited experience. You cleared the boxes away with your fancy footwork. Now just give the breaker a tug or whatever. You flip the breaker and... Oh. I haven't even gotten up to the attic yet. Strife. You got no chance of beating this thing. You gotta get away. Step on it. Shuffle and hot stepping. Gotta hand it to you. Like your luck next time. Graceful abscond. Abscond, Joe. Prima abscond, Joe. Power back on. You're doing or psyops of encroaching forces over. Give you backlight only to snatch it away. Described hypothetical, very cruel. Dealing with sick operators over. No, it was just me. Criminy, Jude. Criminy, whatever. That snake monster's down in the basement, by the way. I managed to get past him, but we'll probably need to deal with that at some point. Second encounter with said serpent, correct? Beast Willie. But sister already established superior willingness attribute over. Hey, thanks. I think. Trophy room should be trivial obstacle over. Wait, what? Attic key, Joey. Eyes on the prize. Keep me in the loop over and out. can't tell if the noise you heard are from the monsters or the wind. It's either some particularly wishy monsters or some really groany wind. Leaving the protection of your home seems like a bad idea. Might be creatures and weirdos ahoy out there. You think you will stay inside, where your chances of meeting creatures and weirdos are still pretty good, honestly. Where's the trophy room at then? Was that it? Strife. Light on your feet. Light bite. Jaw ready for this? Appetizer. Main roar. Jaw ready for this? Flies, excuse me. Chew on tan. Jaw ready for this? Light on your feet. Light bite. Biter luck next time. Anyone for seconds. Make mine a double. Treat to a pull. Alright, monster inflicted death scene averted. You are unbelievably stressed out right now. Congratulations, you ascended to Rung 2, attained rank of Tail Wagging Tyro. Max HP increased by 12, muscle increased by 7. Congratulations, you ascended to Rung 3, attained rank of Minute Mammal Mender. Dexterity increased by 2, grace increased by 6, leverage increased by 5. Congratulations, you ascended to Rung 4, attained rank of Peppy Petrber. Mastered Noggin Pop. Hubris increased by 4, courtesy decreased by 2. That was strange. Oh, hold on. What? Hold on, let me... I don't know, whatever. So where is the key? In his desk or something? Would never leave critical item in such obvious location. Over. Okay, but like, where did you leave it? I just had to lure a hungry monster out of here with treats, and I'm not sure how much time I have for brother-sister conspiracy capers before it comes back. If room compromise can't discuss countermeasures over unsecured line. Utilize Puzzler's skill set. Over. Ugh, fine. Call back if this is required. Over and out. This is Horace. You think you're not up on your Egyptology or something? It's an Alabrage, a folk art monster from Oaxaca, Mexico, carved out of the wood of the copal tree. This little thing used to creep you out really bad until your babysitter suggested you learn more about it. You found out they're based on monsters an artist saw in his dreams, and ever since then, he seemed a lot more friendly. As if being dead weren't bad enough, your power replaced his eyes with some creepy glass orbs. The light refracted in their faceted stare gives you the creeps. But are you crazy, or is there some light reflecting off its antler too? Maybe it bears closer examination. Your pa's love of globes knows no bounds, but you don't recognize any of the continents on this one. You have a better idea of what you were looking at if you could read these scribbly labels. All you can make sense of is the X mark. Could it indicate treasure? Spin. You spin the globe and watch the white beam rake across the surface of the globe. This is a katana. You have no idea what to do with one. Wait, maybe you will just throw it away. You've got some really old ashes in here, and a couple of nearly distinguished chunks of charred wood. You got nothing. You feel unqualified to comment. This is, whatever this is, depicts some hero conversing with huge monsters. Do the monsters help them? Kill them? You prefer to imagine everyone gets out okay, but you know life is rarely that kind. It's stopped at 11:11 and has been as long as you can remember. You could fix it, but why bother? It's not like you're going to make a habit out of strolling over to the worst room in your house to check the time. You've never been entirely clear on what's going on in this tapestry, but it certainly looks intense. Just look at that fire-breathing serpent beast at the bottom and that red-eyed figure on the throne. What's their deal? You can, Look, seems like someone sliced this big fella's hand off. Luckily, he left it at least posthumously. Stepping at him, and he's likely to rail to bits. It's a little out of season. Need to move this thing, you'll give it a spin. No rhythmic stomps necessary. Including in your mouth and I'm just. Hmm. I'm not reading things right now because I'm trying to figure out where this key would be at. Hmm. Uh, oh, that's a dog. Sorry, dog barking. I've clicked on everything. Um, it's right here. I'm trying everything now. Hmm. Okay, I have no freaking clue where the key is. I'm actually. Existence is required. Hmm. Give a minute. Whoa, that sure did something. Dude, I can't make heads or tails of this thing. What thing? Over. Okay, so I looked up how to do that. Okay. I'm sorry, I was stuck and I'm not getting stuck in this game. I turned on a laser, but that's it. Nothing else is happening. Thought you were puzzle master. What's wrong it seems? Over. Hold on, over. Believe this calls for burns. McGruff crime dog experience trouble? Unbelievable. Over. Wait. Disregard previous burns. Superior burn formulated. Ace Ventura Pet Detective, please respond if ice required. Over. Okay, that's a pretty good burn. That was solid. You nailed me. Forgive if boundary overstepped. Have been informed mildly contentious banter, cornerstone of squad camaraderie. Over. Yeah, it's fine anyway. How am I supposed to solve this thing? This is clearly a puzzle thing that cries out to be solved. Use marbles. Over. I'm thinking as hard as I can. You know I like puzzles. I wouldn't be asking if it weren't an emergency. Actual marbles. Over. What are you talking about? Trivial, really? Over. What marbles? I don't have any marbles. You don't? None nearby? Over. No. Oops. Over. You are now Jude Harley. And though tonight is apparently the night you've been preparing for, laying so many preparations and countermeasures against, it would seem you made a rare tactical blunder. The marbles that Joey needs to disengage your strategic defense globe are here in your treehouse. Time to call in the lone gunbirds. Alright, well, now we're Jude, and because we are now Jude, I am going to call it an episode. So, in the next episode of Hiveswap, we will be continuing on and trying to get to the attic, apparently. And, we will be delivering marbles to Joey. But thank you anyways. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you then. And I'm going to say it first. Cool. Bye-bye.